Dremjolok! Greetings, Vanquishers and Skyrim fans! Zu Dovahkiin, the Thumfin all. So what's happening, guys? Dovahkiin Webiar here with another video, and this time free tour of Windhelm Part 3. Well, Part 2 was not that good, especially because I had a mod the mod called Immersive Citizens that make them
Dawn Guard, vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
I'm trying to record a video, so if you excuse me, thanks. Well, I forgot this shit. I had downloaded a mod called Immersive Citizens that made them be more unpredictable, but the problem is that they could, well, have nonsense behaviors. For example, thanks to that mod, I once fought a greybeard, a member of the Greybeards near Iverstead. Like, what the freak? And the Argonians were not even in the docks. We're not even working in the docks with that mod. So I decided to delete it. Well, this day in Skyrim is Fridas. That is equivalent to real life's Friday, and the Argonians are working here. Well, let's talk to this one.
The Nords don't appreciate us, but so what? I don't appreciate them right back.
Well, so you were a racist cunt as well. Shut up.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. How long can such a thing last?
Well, let's talk to Scotsman Marshes.
We Argonians do the work the Nords don't want to do. All right then. The water is cold, but it's a lot better than having to work up in the dry air.
Someone giving you trouble?
Torbjorn Shattershield. I wish someone would beat the coin out of his fat fists. He clings to every septum. He says an Argonian's labor is only worth a tenth of a proper Nord worker. My people are not slaves.
What if I talk to Torbjorn?
You can try, but we've gotten nowhere talking to him ourselves.
How long have you lived in Windhelm?
I came here as a hatchling. The only thing colder than Skyrim is the Nords themselves, but we stick together.
Why are all dock workers Argonians?
We work where we can get work. The Nords don't like unloading their ships, so we do it instead. Sometimes cargo goes missing.
No, I don't need it.
May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way. Oh yes, after all, what's the point in being miserable all the time? I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make, and I've chosen to make the best of things that I can. I enjoyed our talk.
I always respected Shelly. Well, as you can see, Scoutman Marshes revealed that he came to Windhelm.
Shattershield, the East Empire Company, will work for any ship that pulls in, as long as they can pay.
He came to Windhelm as a hatchling, and he lives out here. And Ulfric Stormcloak does not lift a finger to at least give them some warmer clothes.
Need something?
And what is funny is that some people say that they were put here, but for their own safety.
Tidings.
Yes, guys, you heard it right. There are some people that say that the Argonians were put to live in the docks.
You are Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
They were forced to live in the docks for their own safety. Well, among those that say this nonsense is the author of that ridiculous crap that I already talked about in many videos. That is the Stormcloak Bible. Well, for those that don't know, I already made some posts refuting a great part of it. It's called Refuting the Stormcloak Bible, so if you're interested, Well, he said in the Stormcloak Bible that the Argonians were put here for their own safety because they don't get along with the Dunmer. Well, he says that the Dunmer have kept Argonians as slaves for a great amount of time, what is actually true, unfortunately. But the fact is that Dunmer and Nords also are great historical enemies, and the Dunmer live in Windhelm, well, on a slum. On a slum that is falling apart. Well, if Scout Many Marshes came here as a hatchling, if he lived inside the city's walls when he first came, then he's just here because he was kicked out by Ulfric. If he always lived here if he just lived out here all this time as a hatchling.
The Lords, Argonians, and Dark Elves in Windhelm got along better.
Well, if Scouts Many Marshes lived pretty much every moment of his life in the dogs of Windhelm, then it is just another proof that the Nords of Windhelm, well, a great part of them are racist and do not care about those that are not Nords.
We Argonians do the work that
I
Nords don't.
understood it. I understand it. I got it. Well. Let's talk to Thornbjorn. Where should I go? Okay, I'll talk to Thornbjorn there. Fuck the police, I'll go swimming. Oh crap. Wait a second, where the freak is? What? What the? Ah! I think I'll just fast travel to Windhelm then. Ah, well, he's out of Windhelm. Okay then, let's look for him. And as you can see, this Thornborn's Shattered Shield, he does not pay much for the Argonians, even after their hard work. Wait, what the fuck? Is it on the... Okay. I will solve this later. Next, I will talk more about the Grey Quarter. Ah! Grandma wanted me to have lunch. Go to the Great Quarter and talk more to some Dunmer there. Look at who we have here. Pharaoh Atheron.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
Of course working for Ulfric isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here? My sister and I both work for the Nords. Our brother is ashamed of us, but at least we can afford to eat. Yes, sirrah. Yes, sirrah.
Well, we just talked to Pharaoh Atheron. Well, as you can see, he works for a Nord. Her name is Ulfric, and she owns a farm. And
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong. The Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad.
Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. He tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality.
It was a pleasure.
Yes?
How splendid. Another Nord. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind. So we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road. And here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time.
well,
If you need another drink, I'll
as
be
you
right
could
here.
hear what we talked, what the Dunmer talked about. Well, they, as you can see, they live in the Great Quarter. If you didn't see my part 1 of Ritual of Windhelm, I don't know if you already knew that they lived in the Great Quarter. And the Stormcloak supporters sometimes say that they cannot complain about it because they're supposed to rule themselves in the Great Quarter. But there's a difference between, well, letting a group of individuals rule themselves and giving them at least what is needed for them to have a decent life. Well, these Dunmer, they work hard, even harder than many Nords in Windhelm. And Ulfric does not lift a finger to make this Grey Quarter a better place to live. And as that Dunmer said, he tried to make Ulfric take a look at the Great Quarter to see if he could improve it a bit. But as I said, how do you say? Whatever. He just said that Ulfric was so stuck up that he didn't even look at the Great Quarter. And one more thing, you see that guy, that elf right there? Well, he's not a Dunmer, if you didn't know. Well, his name is Malborn. He's a wood elf, a Bosmer. He helped you to get evidence from the Thalmor embassy in the quest Diplomatic Immunity. And after this, the Thalmor And after that, the Thalmor are hunting him, and he came to Windhelm, seeking help. But he's here in the Grey Quarter. He was a traveler, no, and he could stay in the Candlehearth Hall, the main inn that has a far better infrastructure, but he's not there. The only logic explanation was that he was not accepted there. Well, just another proof of the racism of the Stormcloaks and of Ulfric himself. Just a second. Just wait here to show you something. Well, he stood up.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
Let's see where he's going.
Of course working for Bolfrida isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here?
Wait, no, where's he going? Thought he was going to sleep.
All hail the Dragonborn.
My sister and I both work for the Nords.
Ah, okay.
Our brother is ashamed of us. But at least
I'll try another strategy. Well, I'll just wait for morning. Let me just stay around here. Well, let's talk to this Dunmer lady here. See what she has to say.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
Okay.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Thanks, Brunwolf.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please?
Okay then.
Not much, but I hope you like them. Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
Well, he may already be on the farm. Well, that Dunmer that I talked to that works on the farm, he just goes on that farm on Loredas and Sundays. That would be equivalent to Saturday and Sunday in real life. He works there on Saturday and Sunday, and well, if he is there now. Oh, he's going there. And who's this guy here?
The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. If I make enough money from the farm, I'll buy myself a long ship to sail the rivers of Skyrim.
Of course working for Ulfric isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here? My sister and I both work for the Nords. Our brother is ashamed of us, but at least we can afford to eat.
Let's just follow him to the farm and see what he has to say while he's on the farm. Well, this is his boss.
Welcome. Don't see many strangers out here. Come to... We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Well, this one is his, well, informal boss, you know. He works for her.
Yes, sirrah. Yes.
Let's wait a bit, see if we wait, he'll have more things to say. More things to talk about.
Ulfric is certainly grading, but she pays well. Thankfully, nobody from the city can see me out here.
Well, I think that is enough for the Grey Quarter, you know. As you heard it, he's happy that no one from the city can see him out here. And if he's happy because no one from the city can see him out here, it's because if someone did, a guard or something like this, he would get in trouble. And if he would get in trouble, it is because, well, the Stormcloaks wouldn't let a Dunmer that lives in the Grey Quarter work on a farm owned by a Nord. Well, I think that is enough evidence for the racism of Ulfric and the Stormcloaks in general. If you like this, please subscribe, guys, and leave a like. And I'll see you on the next video. Look thumb.